Hello and welcome to my first experiences with the Thaye, one of the new ghost types just added. I'm going to start this video off a bit different. I just want to talk about the Thaye for a little bit. I do think it is the most underwhelming out of the three, but with some changes it could be quite decent, could be a bit more fun. So let's go over the Thaye first of all. So the journal says that they've been known to age rapidly over time, even in the afterlife. From what we've learned, they seem to deteriorate faster while within the presence of the living. So from what we've seen, this refers to a mechanic where they are more active at the beginning, more aggressive, you might get some early hunts and more ghost events theoretically at the start of the mission, and then over time they will age, which essentially in gameplay terms means that they will be less likely to hunt, they will be less active overall with interactions, ghost events, etc. And of course they will be slower during hunts later in the mission as well, as they have aged. That is the mechanic that they revolve around, which is quite interesting theoretically. So let me touch on the strength here as well. So upon entering the location, they will become active, defensive and agile, which covers the points that I just mentioned. Weakness, they will weaken over time, making them weaker, slower and less aggressive. So theoretically you will see a very active ghost at the beginning, very aggressive, this will trail off over time. From my experience, this is not always what I've had happening. I think there's a few things in play here that might be influencing this. First of all, the rate of decay seems rather high. I think it happens when you open the front door, because I've often come back to the truck, got some equipment, gone back in, and it's been very, very quiet and not wanting to hunt at all. But it's interesting they touch on here in the journal that this happens while within the presence of the living, so maybe it's intended to happen when you're near the ghost, within X number of meters, or maybe when you're in the ghost room. Of course, we're only speculating at this point how it works because we don't have the full details, but I think it would make a lot more sense if the decay happened when you were in close proximity to the ghost or the ghost room. And it would also give you more of a chance to observe them in their stronger form and not just their weaker form, because from my experience they decay really, really fast and I only get them in their weak form when they just don't want to hunt, they don't want to do anything, which obviously isn't the most fun to go against. We're only seeing half of the ghost type really, so yeah, maybe some tweaks to the decay rate could be cool. Secondly, I do think it is dangerous tying a ghost power to activity, because there is such a range of activity in the game. It is still one of my biggest issues with Nightmare difficulty that I think makes it unfun quite often. You can make all the right judgment calls based off behaviour, activity, etc. and the game can still slap you in the face and tell you it's a completely different ghost type. As an example, Poltergeist. You might get Poltergeist that never does its multi-throw, never has a tendency to throw more items than normal, and then at the end of the game they can tell you it's a Poltergeist. So I think it's very dangerous tying activity to a ghost's power, which is another thing that I'm not too keen on with the Thaye. Maybe if there was a way to make the activity more reliable at either end of the spectrum, when it's supposed to be strong and when it's supposed to be weak. Because you'll see shortly from my gameplay sessions, early in the mission, I've had very shy Thayes, very, very, very shy. Not wanting to hunt, not wanting to do ghost events, not wanting to do anything really, until later in the mission. Which doesn't really make sense given its power. Obviously they shouldn't behave the same every single mission, but I just feel like it is too random at the moment, to the point where they don't really match their intended behaviour. But anyway, enough of me waffling. I'll show you my first encounters with the Thaye so you can see what I'm talking about. Let me know your encounters with the Thaye so far down in the comments. Really intrigued to see if other people feel the same about this one. I've left the footage mostly unedited so you can get a feel for the activity across the whole range of the mission. Let's hop in. I'm hoping with Halloween coming up before we know it, we'll have some exciting horror games coming up. Fingers crossed. What are we on? Mid-June? Mid-June, yeah. So July, August, September, October, November. Still a way off, I suppose. November? October. I'm going crazy. October, Halloween. The very end. Silly me. Pretty much November, I suppose. The lead up to Halloween is great though. Love it. Love it, love it. Madison. I have. Yeah, Madison was delayed a lot because they had a lot of legal issues, I believe, with the name or something. Maybe the studio name. It was meant to come out in January. Coming out in June, right? Or was it July now? Madison is like £30 though, so I'm probably going to skip Madison. I don't really go for expensive purchases these days. Because I don't think it's going to be a terribly long game anyway, so probably one I'm going to skip. If it was an incredibly long game and I'd get a lot of value out of it, I'd probably buy it, but probably going to pass on Madison for the price alone. You got a £10 limit on Steam, yeah. Yeah, I'm quite stingy myself. Well, it's not stingy, it's more that I've got enough to play. So I'd only really get something if I'm really invested, or if it's not too expensive. If I can justify it, you know? I don't just want to keep buying games and having the backlog rack up. I suppose I am a bit stingy as well, though. I am a little bit. Selective. That's it. That's good. That's good, Oggy. Yeah. I'm getting some cold temps, like I'm passing them. Very quiet ghost here, though. Full way. There you go. Full way. Is that a ghost orb? That is a ghost orb. Hey! Yeah, you're right, Soraya, yeah. Are you here? Are you here? Ghost orb in the living room, I think. Are you close? Are you here? Where are you? This is looking good. No box. No freezing. Ooh, could be. So, writing and dots. Fingers crossed. Come on. They haven't been very active though, which is what I would not expect from a Thaye, from what I've heard. I've heard the term reverse shade going around. Very active at the beginning and trailing off later. I mean, doesn't feel like that, does it, so far, but we'll see how it goes. The ghost orb was over here though, which was weird, in the hallway, so I just want to scan again. Go get another camera, hang on. Cold temps in the hallway, but ghost orb in the living room. Maybe they're changing room or something? Let's have a look. No, I meant shade, smell sword. That's the term I've heard going around. Reverse shade. Because they start off active and then get really quiet like a shade, apparently. Enjoy Reacher. Let me get a camera. Sanity is 80. Let's go. Ghost orb is still here. Still. Hope it doesn't go freezing. I mean, if this is a Thaye, then I would say they're a rather shy one. Are you open? Probably should find somewhere open if it's a Thaye as well. Do I like the new van? I don't personally, no. Not really a fan of the style. It feels quite bland compared to the old one. I feel like it doesn't really have any character, personally. Oh my god, dots in my face? It could be a Thaye here. So, writing is what I would be after, right? No writing, no. So what else could it be? Banshee or Raiju? So fingerprints or EMF 5. So I'll get them in just in case. I'll go grab them too. I might have missed the fingerprints on the doors though, if there are any. I don't know which one they've been doing. Let's see if they're still here as well. Let's have a look. Would be cool if the host could customize the van. Oh, something I've been saying since the beginning. Give me some truck customization or something. Hell yeah. So yeah, I agree with that one. I do. I think that would add a bit of character and personalization to the game, definitely. Is there writing? Oh my god, I think we have writing. Oh my god, I think we have a Thaye. Okay, so we actually have a Thaye. But I have to say... I'm rhyming again, I just noticed. I have to say, they've not really done much. It's not how I expected a Thaye to be from what I've heard. They have been a rather bland one so far. I mean, let's go in and just see how it changes. So 67 currently, 67%. To 70. Okay, there you go. I'm guessing this is just the potential RNG though of ghost activity affecting this one, because it's felt a bit shady this whole mission so far. Not really heard a thing from them, but not what I would have expected from a Thaye. So let's have a little recap of the journal. Known to rapidly age over time, even in the afterlife. From what we've learned, they seem to deteriorate faster while within the presence of the living. Upon entering the location, they will become more active, defensive and agile. Not something I've noticed at all this mission, unfortunately. They feel very shady. So weakness, the Thaye will weaken over time, making them weaker, slower and less aggressive. I mean, I've not noticed any aggression currently, so it's going to be difficult to get a feel for them this mission, because they don't seem to be acting like the journal entry would suggest. We'll hang around though, and we'll see when they hunt, if anything. I might even get a candle in. Actually, you know what, screw the candle. We'll wait for a hunt, and afterwards we'll just go check at what sanity they hunted at, and we'll try and observe speeds and anything else during hunts, etc. Been very silent this mission. They have, yeah, they have been. I have been chilling around here as well, where the ghost orb has been, and pretty much silence this mission. I saw dots again then. I feel like this might not be a very good representation of the average Thaye. Let me just check the ghost orb. The ghost orb is still here as well, yeah. They've been here the whole time. They haven't jumped room. There's the ghost orb, yeah. Hello. They're over here at the moment. Not had a single ghost event as well, I don't think, have we? Cole, thank you for the 11 months. Welcome back. Let's try antagonising them a little. Oh, hello. Is that a ghost event? I heard him burping when I was in my journal. Right. I guess that's my first ghost event. I'm going to go check sanity. See what's cracking. $58. Okay. Well, he's not early hunting. We'll see if he wants to afterwards, though. Let's have a look. And we'll try and get a feel for them during the hunt, if he wants to hunt, of course. Seems rather shy, this dude. What was he called? Joseph Walker. We'll try and prompt him a little bit. Joseph Walker. Can you give me a sign, please, Joseph? You stole my pen. Rude. Joseph, give me a sign. I'm going to go find out where I can hide as well. Let's have a nosy. Oh, there you go. See where else I can hide, just in case I get mispositioned or whatever. Maybe garage or basement. Let's have a look. Okay, garage. Locker's open, lovely. Right. Joseph, give me a sign. Over here at the moment. I have to... Oh, he threw Bella as well. Ooh. Ooh. You nasty Thaye. How could you? You don't throw Bella and get away with it. Damn you, ghost. Hunt? This one. Okay, let's go check sanity. I'm guessing I'm now below 50, so I didn't get an early hunt as well then. Mid-40s. Little disappointed at this one so far, I won't lie. It's not felt like anything unique, this ghost. Can you give me a sign, please? Joseph Walker, can you give me a sign? Joseph? Damn, Joseph. Cooking up a feast. He's treating me this evening, isn't he? Can you give me a sign, Joseph? On the breaker? Yeah, you pain? I'll get the breaker back. So I'm now mid-40s and he still doesn't want to hunt. Is this because he's gone weaker? It's just a shame that nothing really happened in the first half of the mission. Rather disappointed with this one. Now, why is he now doing ghost events later into the mission when I wasn't getting them before? Not what I would have expected based off the description. Are you sure you're a Thaye, mister? I'm actually doubting if it's a Thaye now, even though I've got the evidence. 30% sanity? What? Let's go have a look again. Oh, good morning, Mo. How you doing? This is bizarre though, isn't it? RNG being wonky. Maybe. Yeah. Feels like a reverse Thaye. Doesn't it? The ghost orb. Oh, Dots, he's there. He's still here. Where's the ghost orb though? You want to find that orb? See if it's jumping around. Would have expected a really early hunter when reading between the lines of the journal. That's the word on the street that I've heard as well, Oggy. Because it's very difficult to avoid spoilers. And I have been hearing things, and that's one of the things that I did hear. Another ghost event. So activity has ramped up completely now that my sanity is drained. The complete opposite of what I expected. This is bizarre. And he's still not hunting and I'm 13% sanity. Let's see when we can get the first hunt. So according to this, he should be weaker, slower, and less aggressive. I don't know about speed because I've not had a hunt. I don't know about weaker. Maybe that's about the hunt threshold. Or maybe that's aggression. Maybe that's the hunt threshold when they're going to hunt from the aggression mentioned here. Hunt, finally. Okay, so are you going to be fast or slow now? Wait, what? I don't see. It's too dark. He's really slow. Is this because the mission's been long? I can loop him. He's not speeding up over time. There is 0 acceleration from line of sight. The Thaye is loopable later in the mission. I am walking. I'm not even sprinting anymore. And he is fully loopable. So I don't know what happened in the first half of the mission. We didn't see any form of activity, defensiveness, or agile. I'm guessing they're fast at the beginning. That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing from this is how I'm interpreting it. I'm guessing they should early hunt. They should be fast at the beginning and more active. I'm guessing activity should trail off throughout the mission. They won't want to hunt as often, and when they do hunt, they're going to be slower during hunts. That's what I'm guessing at the moment. Unfortunately, I never got to test the first half because he was literally like a shade for the first half of the mission. I had 0 activity already and no hunts, so that was a little disappointing. I guess we need to just try and get another one now and do a comparison, see if the next one is more active. Perhaps RNG has screwed me over a bit, this mission. Here he comes. Let's see if he can even catch me here. If I just wait for death to come. No, it's over. Let's get out of here. I think we're going to need another Thaye here, unfortunately. It took so long to get my first, and how long is it going to take to get my second now? Damn. Let's have a look. That was a Thaye! Yeah, no doubt about it. Oh my goodness. Damn, I guess that just was not your stereotypical Thaye. So now we have to go through the painful process of finding another. Let's do it. Oh my god, we have a Thaye. Okay, we have another Thaye. Although it's been incredibly quiet this time. again, like the previous one, it's been very, 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 very quiet. But we'll go sit in with them and see what happens. Currently on 90% sanity. Okay, cool. Right. Let's get in there. We don't want to waste any time now. I got to observe the second stage of their behaviour last time, but not the first stage. There's the bone as well. How lovely. I know what happened to you then. Yeah, you were lying in bed upside down. That's what happened to you. You daft sod. Okay, let's get a feel for activity. So they should be a bit more active around the early stages of the mission. That's what I'm gathering. Then later they go slower during hunts. They hunt a bit later and they're just less active overall. This is very early in the mission. Let's see how they feel. Currently very inactive though. Can you give me a sign? Cora, Corrigan. Dots again. I saw them. Cora, can you give me a sign? I wouldn't say this is unusual activity. This is kind of standard. Standard / shy at the moment. Doesn't feel like heightened activity like you would feel from an Oni or something. Which is probably what I would have expected by now with the Thaye. Like, I would be struggling if this was like no evidence at the moment. That's what I'm thinking. There's not much like behaviour to observe at the moment. Which is a bit concerning if you're playing Nightmare or doing no evidence. Well, I don't like talking about no evidence too much because it's not like an official game mode, it's an optional challenge that some people do to make things more interesting every now and then. It's Nightmare I should be talking about because Nightmare's actually a difficulty in the game. But yeah, on Nightmare this would be difficult at the moment. You'd probably have to just force the hunts afterwards. Very quiet, isn't it? Can you give me a sign? Cora? Thanks. Why are you up? Let's see if they've moved. Where's the ghost orb? Maybe they've changed room? Ah. It's in the hallway, I see it. Yeah, cool. They're now in the hallway. Let's move over. Nice. Can you imagine if this was Nightmare difficulty though at the moment? And you were trying to get a feel for the interaction rate and their behaviour. It's just not possible, is it really? Can hide here too. Cool. So, I'm going to go check sanity and see when they want to hunt from. %65% roughly. And I would have expected more aggression early on. I'm approaching like the normal hunting threshold now. I'm getting nothing from this at all. Can you give me a sign? Anything, please, Cora. Thank you. I think they're over here at the moment. But this is just regular activity, if not bordering shy a little. They're throwing Bella again. Thays tend to do that often, don't they? That's the hidden ability of a Thaye. They throw the pets more often. Boom. Found it. I guess we'll just see when we get hunted for the first time and observe their speed. By the time the last one hunted, it was just incredibly slow because it took them so long to do anything. They're throwing something at the moment. Again though, doesn't really feel like an unusual amount of activity over here. Cora, can you give me a sign? The ghost orb's in the living room for reference. The ghost, that's the living, sorry, that's the ghost room then, where the ghost orb is. Let's have a look. Still here, yeah, okay, so this is where I would be expecting things. This is like a focal point. They did just knock on the window, to be fair. I'll give them that. See if we get anything else. Can you give me a sign? I can try and prompt them. Cora, give me a sign. Thank you, thanks. They're kind of receptive when I ask for signs. But again, it doesn't feel like heightened activity. Cora, can you give me a sign? Are they now starting to get a bit more active? Not what I would expect though, after being around them for so long. Why does it feel like my Thays get more active the longer I stay in the mission? Exact same happened with the last one. %37% sanity, and they've not wanted to hunt. This is what happened before. They didn't hunt until about 15% sanity, and by that point they were incredibly slow. But they started doing lots of ghost events and lots of activity when it was really low sanity, so it kind of confused me a little. Can you give me a sign, please? It is hard to say though if things are off at the moment, because I've only had 2 obviously. It's very hard to say for certain what's going on. I just need more to test them, I suppose, but I don't really want to sit here for hours trying to get more. That's the difficult part. My patience is kind of at its end now. Still no hunts as well. This is interesting. Savina, how you doing? We'll give them a little bit more. Sync. Check sanity. Has anyone else had this as well with their Thays? Anyone in chat? Mine are just behaving as I probably would not have expected them to based off the journal. Cora, give me a sign. Your Thaye was very Thaye-like, was it? So were they more active in the beginning and then it kind of trailed off later? Yeah. Can you give me a sign, please? Thanks. Why? I don't know why my activity seems to be going up later in the mission both times though. Oh, weird coincidence, I guess. I'm guessing they'll be slow now because I've been here such a long time. I'm guessing I could just walk and outspeed them. Nearly, can I? I think I can actually. I think Granny just slid the cattle. I'm literally walking and outspeeding them. Just gonna run a bit here because she's cutting corners tightly and I'm not. Which means she gained a little bit of distance. There you go, so we're now, that's the comfort. This is what I mean. They're active late in the mission. This is when they should be at their weakest. They're slowest and they're weakest. That speed just proved it. That they're now at their trough. They started at the peak and they're now at the trough. They should now be weaker, slower and less aggressive. I'm definitely seeing the slower aspect, but I'm getting more aggression than ever at the end of the mission in regards to activity and ghost events. Maybe my Thays are just broken. Very bizarre, isn't it? Just because I've had 2 now that have been exactly the same. I just find that really odd.